What's going on, family? How y'all doing out there today? This is episode 9. Damn, we at 9 already. Of the Pharaohs Podcast. I'm your host, Solomon. I am joined today by King Goodtime Israel.
What's good?
And you know it's the doctor in the house because we got Luke in the building.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
Um, yo, we getting there, man. We almost to the double digits. So you know we cooking with some grease.
Sir, yes, sir.
But I want to start this podcast off by saying, yo, we are very appreciative of the support that we're continuously getting. I want to say off the top, to continue to like and subscribe and comment to the channel. It helps us out greatly, and for us to give y'all more. But fellas, how y'all doing? How y'all week been so far?
Man, it's been going pretty good. We halfway through it. Um, it's been interesting. Motorcycle stuff and working home.
Yeah.
Working
What,
home.
what
Yeah.
about you, Luke?
Uh, Honestly, it's been crazy, but shit, I'm alive, so I guess that's enough right there. It's been yeah, like Israel said, it's been an interesting week. I got a few speed bumps and came in my lane, so I ain't looking at them as mountains. I say speed bumps, but other than that, I can't complain.
That's what's up.
Still alive. Yeah. How was yours?
I've been doing the same. You know how it is, work. Um, I got some things going on that's supposed to be coming up tomorrow when I go to work. So other than that, I've been in meetings. That's it. My life is just all about meetings now. All the joy of being a regular employee. But y'all in other news, Coptic news, this Sunday is the baptism.
The baptism.
Yes,
Is it for?
sir. Yes, sir. You know, I got to mention the baptism. Listen, we got our Coptic people coming to support us, so we got to continuously shout out our people.
Absolutely. Big
Um,
Serious.
but
You going up there?
I'm not going to be able to make it this time now.
Oh, damn.
So by the time this episode aired, the baptism had already happened. And I'm going to just say like a memory of mine that I had. Of course, is going to always be the first one for me. Especially because I know a lot of you all were probably baptized younger. I was baptized when I was 12. I know a lot of people that got baptized before they were 12 and at 12. But my first baptism was 12, and it was a real emotional um, experience for me and started my journey to where I am today. All about renewing of your mind, body, and spirit and being dedicated to a cause. That's real important to me. And so this time every year is an emotional uh response that I give. So congratulations to the candidates or the students or whoever wants to go down and continue to renew themselves uh to the Coptic faith, and I am that I am God.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm saying like I'm boots on the ground while my brothers out, bringing back the knowledge and spreading things out. But I'm boots on the ground, so I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a nice a nice event, a nice ritual ceremony, whatever word you want to put on it. But I look forward to having that memory brought back up because again, that was a big moment for me as well. I, same age. Um, I had I was baptized though young. I had been getting baptized. Five, I think, was the first one, and then I had maybe like four or five others before I actually became a student. And so I've always been able to experience the different realms of going through from being the person who's the child to being the person who's the student to being the person who's the candidate to then being the person who's the prince, bringing people back and forth. And it's pleasures in all of it. Now I'm a prophet. I won't be baptizing this year. I'll be working with the royal prince to get the people back and forth. But it's always still good to experience, your way of life and what you hold dear to yourself that's true and what makes you unique about yourself. So I'm very excited about it. And I'll be getting baptized myself. I always do that. If I'm in the water, I might as well go ahead. Y'all might as well go and dunk me down there a second. I'm in there already. So, but I will be getting baptized as well this year again. So I'm looking forward to it. I need it. Me personally, I don't think it's ever a wrong time. I got so much going on in my mind and so much going on in my life. Sometimes you need that uh, peacefulness that the water brings, that flow, that natural flow that we don't create. It's been here for millions of years. So I feel like baptism is a way for us to reconnect back to that natural source, that gives us what we need. And never too old, never too young. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
That's what's up. My church already went to the water, but they did not do any baptizing this year. They went to the water on the 4th, and they had the blessing of the eggs. Currently still in process of searching for a physical church home. Until then, we are futuristic on Zoom. Yeah, so
Well, speaking of
Yeah,
the
definitely.
fourth,
Shout out.
go ahead.
Now I was gonna say shout out to them as well for being able to go down to the water on the 4th.
yeah.
Speaking of the fourth, I found the Prophet Cicero, picked that day, purposely. Um, the number four actually represents culture and refinement. And that was something he wanted to bring, to the attention of the black people here in America, instead of it just being Independence Day, for everyone else. It was also like a specific portal that he wanted to open for the Coptic nation. And another person who decided to use that same type of energy was Kendrick Lamar. And I did a reaction on the channel of the Not Like Us video. Of course, it was the Drake beef, but he was also hitting at things that was coming to the attention of, like I say, culture. Him and Drake was a beef about Drake don't have an identity. Like he's saying that he's mixed, of course, he's Jewish and black, but the disrespect of this beef went to higher heights than it needed to be. It was thoroughly entertaining. Like I said, I did a reaction video, so if people want to watch my reaction to the video, it's on the channel right now. But to have all eyes on the 4th of July, knowing that people are going to be watching, what do you guys think about the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef? And what do you guys think about the video and the messages that he portrayed inside of the video?
Man, I got a chance to watch the whole video. I only watched it once, but it was pretty interesting. He hit on a lot of personal stuff that Drake got going on with him not having identities by wanting to be verified by Future, Lil Baby, Quavo, 21 Savage. And it's like, oh, in order for you to be verified, you had to go through these people. When you need some money, you got to come down here and mess around with the black people, to get your money up, get your bands up. So basically up there, he ain't making money or whatever, or, coming down here to the Black Mecca is where his bank at.
Yeah, he's saying
And
he's
then
not in tune with the culture.
no, he not. So it's just like he is like doing like a ditto type of thing. So monkey see, monkey do, ditto, you do this, he do the same thing too. So and then as far as what was it? The message at the end when he got the owl in the cage. I'm like, dang, he got the owl in the cage
Yeah.
locked down. And I'm like, it's sad that this owl had to had to take up this humiliation, not knowing. But yeah, that's my take on it. It was real interesting.
I agree with Israel. It was interesting. I think it of course has always kind of had that rebellious spirit, and Drake has always been more of the passive. He's going with the flow of what they wanted to portray. And if we think about when Drake first came out, when he first really started making a name for himself, he did have to pull from the black audience because we was the ones that really supported him. After we started supporting him, he began to pull our heavy Caucasian, and other ethnicities. But there was that we see a little bit in us in you, and us as black people, we've always been big on supporting what we find to be interesting and enjoyable. I think a lot of people forget though, like they kind of did with Michael, that one of the big with Michael Jackson and Drake, one of the big similarities with them is that they surrounded themselves around the top musicians. And I always emphasize that because when we're listening to music, there are so many different players that really made that happen outside of the actual artist. The artist is the one the light is on, but the technicians, the musicians, the writers, when you have a solid group and you're constantly getting the best people, you tend to create the best projects. And that was something that Michael Jackson mastered. That's why I say if you look at Michael Jackson, he used the same people over and over and over again, hit after hit after hit, not B class musicians, the top musicians, top paid musicians, musicians that actually already had their own name for themselves. They came over and did him a favor and they were able to build something together. That's the same thing you can see when you look at Drake's team and what he's creating now. So that I think is really what pushed him to be at the star level that he's at, is that team he built around him. Now with Kendrick, he did the same thing, but Kendrick he got that umph about him personally that kind of really wraps it all together to make it feel a little bit more genuine.
He's
Even when it
saying that
comes
he
to
don't
his
have an identity. I know you saying
right,
genuine, right? He's saying that Drake really don't have an identity. This is why he got all these
right,
ghostwriters, and this is why he got to come to
right,
Atlanta and talk to all of these artists down here in Atlanta because he don't know how to really connect. He don't have a real identity to his music because Kendrick
right.
Lamar and them not like us. It's a West Coast beat where Kendrick is from. Kendrick is from California, so it's
Mhm.
like what is a
Everybody
what is
crip
a
walking.
Canadian? Yeah, everybody
They
crip walk.
crip walking to
What
his
is a
music.
Canadian
Deep walk.
sound? If you really think about it, what
That's
is a
what,
Canadian sound?
and that's why I think Jerk had to force. It was more critical for him to find himself around people and musicians and technicians who had that cultural sound, because I don't think without them he would be where he's at in reality. He had to surround himself by Kendrick Lamar's in their own field. However, Kendrick Lamar, he can stand on his own, no music, just the mic, and he'll still sell out the stadium.
You kind of
That to
going in and
me
out a
is a
little bit.
different type of artist. That's the artist that with a company with his team, he's great. But without his team, he's still great. Drake, on the other hand, without that right beat, without that catchy, that you ain't gonna listen to that music if it ain't in there. You ain't gonna listen to it if it ain't if with Drake music, it gotta kind of hit you a certain way, and that's not him. That's him coming to a people that say this what we created, and now we want to add you on top. Versus Kendrick can stand in the room by himself. He know
So
who he is and he know how he sound. He know how to make a stadium rock with musicians, without him. with technicians without them. And to me, that is real rap. That is the
What
basis of rap.
do you believe, Israel, that he is a part of the problem? Like Drake is a part of it. Like, is he doing culture appropriation, or is he a so-called culture vulture? Because Kendrick was basically calling him he called him a colonizer in the song.
Yeah, I feel like he is a culture vulture because of the fact there's been various artists who said that Drake stole their flow.
Mm.
I'm trying to remember which artist it was. I know one for sure, but dang, I don't know. But I know there was like Drake stole this flow. Dang, I
He
mean,
did that a
he,
couple times.
yeah, and I think Kendrick even hit on it. Like he hit on it in his past song or something like that. Like I forget the exact artist, but he got at least five of them where it's like he stole their flow.
Well, I know, Luke, that you understand that the music industry is controlled by the Jews, by the Jewish community. So is he doing exactly what basically that they have been doing for years? We understand that certain
Absolutely.
artists had messed up contracts and they got screwed over by their label. Nowadays, a lot of more people have become independent, of course. A lot of people got more wiser when it comes to certain contracts, but certain contracts have still been kind of bad. So is Drake really, adding to the problem? Is Kendrick really right about what he's saying about him?
Yeah, he right about what he's saying. Absolutely.
I think you asked two questions though. You said, is he adding to the problem? No, the problem lies in the people who buy his music, the people who support him. If you know that's what he's doing and you choose to do it, then you are really the problem. Because he can do it and we don't support him. He can come to Chicago or Atlanta and we say we're not going to go because you are a culture vulture. So is he adding to the problem? No, there are many different people that have come along and they're going to keep doing it. The question is if the people are able to recognize it and not support it.
Oh, Soldier Boy is one of them. Soldier Boy said Drake stole his beat, his flow.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh yeah,
it's
Yeah.
that
called
tell
bar for bar.
me what's really going on. That
Yeah,
You can find it
yeah.
so many different things Drake has done where you be like, you can see. And then it goes to ask the question, how far has music become business? Because I'll give y'all a perfect example. No one is gonna get mad at McDonald's for now having a $5 meal. Because Wendy's did it first, and then they saw Wendy's was successful. No
yes.
one is gonna say McDonald's is culture vulture. So it's because they're a business. So now where does the line draw between the music and the business? And like is there a line? And I
It
think
was
that's what this is coming to.
what was I watching? I was watching something on YouTube the other day and it said it's okay to be a copycat just as long as you copy the right cat. So if you see it's working, then hey, you might as well do it too because it's working. You just
Yeah,
might be
and
better because you're more appeasing to the people. You're the people's favorite. You know, people might they like McDonald's more. They like the clown more than the doll or something. You know.
yeah. But it ain't
Well,
gonna be no right. Ain't nobody gonna say McDonald's is culture vulture on Wendy's. No, they're gonna be like, dang, now I can finally afford McDonald's again.
They're like,
You
oh,
know,
McDonald's got it too. This is great. Yeah.
yeah, that's how it goes. And
that
then
is
now the
crazy.
people
They
like,
got a
oh,
$5 menu now, though. That
they
is
did,
crazy.
and they did the exact thing because it works. Wendy's, out of all of the different fast food chains, if you look at the way that their market went for 2023 going into 2024, Wendy's has stayed the most consistent. Their prices have stayed decent because
Everybody
they
wants
gave
444.
right. They want their 4 for 4, and then watch this. They turned the 4 for 4 into the $5 biggie bag because all they're doing is slowly raising it, slowly make you feel like the frog in water. I gotta give you something really get it to where I need it to be in order for me to sustain it. We found out that $5.30 for a junior bacon cheeseburger and 4 McNuggets and the fries is where that's what they needed their bottom line to be. And they stay consistent with it. And it works. You get a drink, you get a fry, you get nuggets, you get a sandwich. Who's really mad? $5 versus
Right.
going and trying to go get a Big Mac for 10. You see what I'm saying? Don't make
Yeah,
sense.
that's
So
crazy.
Drake basically been doing that since the beginning of his career. But again, it's up to the people to say, all right, I don't want to do, I don't like it.
Well, I
But
ain't gonna
what
sit up here and make it
You
seem
used
like
to
I
call
don't
me
bump
on
some of his music. Some of his music actually kind of good. I ain't gonna lie.
exactly right. It's hard. It's
what
very
Kanye
hard
and
because it's
Jay-Z
not just his,
said
bro.
is provocative. It gets the people going.
But in
Well,
reality, I don't think he can stand on his own though. He be needing that help. Drake be needing help.
well, you know what is not getting the people going? This 2024 presidential election.
Man, absolutely not. We're in trouble. What
We
that
had
it's a sense to me with a little boy on the bus and said, I'm in danger. That's how America is right now. After seeing the clips, I ain't watched the election. I saw the highlighted clips. We are in danger.
well, I sat down. I took a little bit of time on my off day to watch the debate, and
Yeah, the debate. I didn't watch the
it
debate.
it
Oh,
it it was bad. It wasn't good at all. So, but I wanted to just, I got to give y'all a little snippet, a little clip, and
yeah, I'm gonna
I want to
say
get
how
y'all to
bad it is
react to
too.
this because this was an interesting question. Well, I'm sorry, an interesting statement by Trump. So
All right.
let's get into it. I want you all to listen and react to this because like how you said Israel, I believe that some of
We're in danger.
us are in danger. All right.
What do you say to Black voters who are disappointed with the progress so far?
I say I don't blame them for being disappointed. Inflation is still hurting them badly. For example, I provided for the idea that any Black family, first time home buyer, should get a $10,000 tax credit to be able to buy their first home so they can get started. I made sure that we're in a situation where all those Black families and those Black individuals who provided had to take out student loans that were ballooning, that if they were engaged in nursing, doctor, and anything having to do with volunteerism, if they paid their bills for 10 years on their student debt, all the rest is forgiven after 10 years. Millions have benefited from that. And we're going to do a whole lot more for Black families.
Thank you, President Trump.
And he caused the inflation. He's blaming inflation, and he's right, it's been very bad. He caused the inflation, and it's killing Black families and Hispanic families and just about everybody. It's killing people. They can't buy groceries anymore. They can't. You look at the cost of food where it's doubled and tripled and quadrupled. They can't live. They're not living anymore. He caused this inflation. I gave him a country with essentially no inflation. It was perfect. It was so good. All he had to do is leave it alone. He destroyed it with his Green New scam and all this money that's being thrown out the window. He caused inflation. As sure as you're sitting there, the fact is that his big kill on the Black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking Black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking Black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
Thank you. President Biden?
There was no inflation when I became president. You know why? The economy was flat on its back. 50% unemployment. He decimated the economy, absolutely decimated the economy. That's why there was no inflation at the time. There were no jobs. We provided thousands of millions of jobs for individuals who are in all communities, including minority communities. We made sure that they have health insurance. We have covered, if the ACA has increased, I made sure that they're $8,000 per person in a family to get written off for health care.
All right. Well, I got two questions. First of all, what the hell is a black job?
I
And
don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I got a black job.
and second, Trump said that inflation was not a thing, I believe, in 2020. I guess that's when Biden came in, correct?
Yeah, he
Maybe.
did come in on 2020, 2021.
The end of 2020?
The end of 2020 going into 2021.
I don't know. I feel like
So
I met. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
so one, what is the black job? And two, is Biden the reason for the inflation right now?
Mm. Go ahead, Luke. Take it on over.
Yeah. Well, I'll answer your questions in it. First question, I get what they mean by when they're saying black jobs, because usually the way that policies are set up is they're centered around a certain area. A certain area usually has a certain population of people. So when he's saying the black jobs, I as much as you don't want to, I mean, Trump ain't lying. It's the truth. We now deal with a large group of people that have come and flooded in most of those communities that are not black. They are illegal immigrants. That's just what they are. It just is what it is. And now they are definitely taking a lot of the jobs. You see it all the time. It's adding competition where there was no need for competition. So I think the argument between them two is if black communities were competing against themselves, meaning you, my brother, we're trying to be the best to get this job. If one don't get it, it's okay because there's still other opportunities. Now it's me and you, Israel, competing for a job against these two other people that don't look like us, haven't been in our community. They just got here, but now they're in the game. And now that they're in the game, there's a lower percentage of a chance that we're going to get the job. Yeah, that's just the truth for what's been going on. And then the second question, I think you asked about the inflation. Yeah, this is Biden. Biden has been doing something for a long time where there's like a band-aid, but then the wound still bleeds. So when he was bringing up the situation with the $10,000 credit and tax for a first-time black owner family, that's a dumb policy. It's not necessary. Our great grandfathers who were black and very strong, very willing, didn't need that, but they had jobs. They didn't have all this extra stuff. They didn't have a whole bunch of insurance and extra healthcare help. They had jobs. If you give black people jobs or opportunity to work in a field that's not going to be monopolized, they're going to be all right. They don't need much. We don't need nothing else. We don't need special policies all the time when it comes to our money. We need to be left alone, and then you keep the prices fair for what it costs us to live, what food costs. We gonna get up and go to work. We gonna get up and go to work, come home, have a Coke 45, sit back, watch some TV, and get some rest for the next day at work. That's just how black people are. So yeah, I think the inflation definitely came from it. You sent a lot of money over to people that ain't us. I mean,
Facts.
billions of dollars. I mean, the amount of money they sent to Ukraine, a small percentage of that would have changed the complete fabric of the United States in the way that we're going about things, because it would have gave us the capital that we needed to make the ideas that we have as a community come to fruition.
You
The
sound
money
like
just
Trump.
gone. It's gone because it's the truth, bro. Hey, one thing I always say, we are in trouble, but policies don't lie. Who got the better policies has always been my question. And I'm gonna have to say Trump. It just, to me, it makes most sense. If you're gonna tell me I can feed my daughters and I can pay a decent money, I've seen my grandfather mortgage go up. He's retired. So when his mortgage went up because of inflation, that made his check less than what it actually is. He gets the same amount of money every month. Now it's not the same. If you can reverse that, I'm rocking with you, my brother. I'm rocking with you. Because policies don't lie. They don't lie. These white folks do, but policies don't.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Numbers
Policies
don't,
don't.
man. And when we go to the store and we get that bread for $5, it do hurt. It do be
Boy,
hurting. Oh my! Oh, it
That's
hurts
why I
because you
get the
gotta eat.
bread that's $1.75.
Look,
Cha-ching.
Y'all in the
that's
South.
that's why
Y'all,
I'm
y'all in the red state. Hold
I'm
on,
a
y'all in the red.
vegetarian now. I'm a vegetarian.
Y'all in the red state though. I know it got to be good down there.
Man.
Only thing good is gas prices. Everything else is damn near the
Oh
same.
yeah. Yeah, these gas prices pretty nice.
Shoot, I'm up
I would
here.
say Trump makes a lot of great points. I know this about to make some people mad. Oh my goodness. I like to kind of stand on a decision just to see whoever disagrees or who agrees with me. I'm going to say who sounds better in the debate after I watched the whole hour and 30 minutes of it. Of course, Trump sounded better. Biden did seem like he was stargazing a lot. Like he looked like he was stuck on stupid. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was
He
up
was
there.
past it was past his bedtime.
Make you want, make
It
you
was
wonder
definitely
who been.
past his
he
bedtime.
was tired. He was sleepy. But through Luke, Trump did say a lot of things about the Ukraine and about the wars and all of the unnecessary money that we have been spending. Trump has definitely been saying that he has been blaming a lot of the economy mishaps on the war, on the illegal immigrants that are coming into the country. Um, and Biden kind of was like answering, sweeping it under the rug, I guess. He didn't really answer anything about border patrol or protection. He didn't really answer anything about the war other than that supposedly we have to help our allies. That's all that he's really been saying. He hasn't really been saying anything to kind of combat what Trump was giving.
I have to agree with you on that. He was definitely a little stargazy. And you know, it's so interesting, Israel. Before you go in on it, the Democratic Party was more upset after the debate because they really got it. They begin to worry, which is why I feel they might pull Biden. I thought they were gonna pull him a long time ago and put Gavin Newsom in that spot. Gavin Newsom would be a better candidate right now, and it'd be a more competitive candidate than Biden would. Even though the Democratic Party ain't feeling him right now. They ain't feeling Biden.
Well, I actually think I was watching something. Her name is Celestial, some lady that
I
I got
know it. The
introduced
black
to.
lady?
Yeah, she always has her hair covered.
Yeah, I follow her too.
I haven't followed her, but I seen a clip of her, and she said that what she believes that the prophecy is going to be that they're going to pull Biden, they're going to put Kamala up, and the person who's going to be behind Kamala is Obama.
That would be a very interesting time. Now, let
Wait,
us move on to my we got fantasies, right? Absolutely. Um,
Hey,
I'm trying to
I mean,
figure out.
what if that happened though? We don't
Look,
know who be working behind
it's
doors
gonna look
like with these
how
people.
much time we got? How much time we got?
We about to go on a commercial break in like a minute and 20.
A minute 20. All right, I'm gonna keep it brief then. First off, I'm trying to figure out if I got a black job. Like, I think black jobs is where you work so much and you get paid so little. Okay, so hey, the hours ain't equating to the pay here. I think that's a black job. It might be depending on your income statement or something like that. You know, I went to Twitter to see with my Twitter people what's a black job. I don't think they seen it yet, but
Well, let's take a commercial break and let's answer that in the next part.
all right.